He was helping you, and you're throwing him under the bus. All right. Isaac, you can't listen to music and me at the same time. Anna. No, she did too. Take yours out. I am way better than your music. Take the other one out. Okay. You're sad then. That's all right. It'll be easy to correct. Here we go. Number 1. Sine times cosecant. Why? I said why. All right. Okay. So you're not going to have your cheat sheet on the test. Why else is it 1? 1 is the correct answer. They're inverses, right? Well, they're across. All right. Tangent times cosine. Because tangent is sine over cosine, so the cosines cancel out and leaves you with sine. That, I don't know, probably, but nothing else. Cosine squared minus 1. So this is sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. So if I take 1, or cosine minus 1, I mean, it's going to sine. We're not sinning in here. We're signing in here. What about cotangent minus cosecant? It is. So cosecant, so this is cotangent minus cosecant, so it's negative 1. Okay, number 5. Cardarius, what am I doing on number 5? Well, it's on your paper. What did you say, Savannah? Okay, what are you guys doing? Okay, you're passing around the potato things, and nobody. I did take one, but I know how to do this. So you have to simplify, right? What is cosecant? It's 1 over sine, and it's divided by sine of x, which is right here. So when you divide by sine of x, you have to flip and multiply, which gives you 1 over sine squared, which is cosecant, and then you still have a minus 1 in the problem. So what do you get? Cotangent. Okay, you guys were guessing.
No, I looked at the thing though. I looked at and I was like,
Okay. I'm sorry I doubted you, but the rest of them were just blowing.
Wait, miss, how do you do that?
That's how I did it. You too. Shh. Both. Why wouldn't you? All right. Okay, so.
Oh, that minus one's not with the CSC one? What?
It's already in the problem.
It is. It's in the problem.
It's not in the formula. It's not in the formula. It's in the problem.
Okay, so here's the deal. There's lots of conversations going on, and I was going to work this with you, but I can stop and you can finish. It has to equal one thing, right? It's the cotangent squared. It is squared. Okay, what about number 6? Okay, what is 1 minus cosine squared is sine squared. And what is the cosecant squared? 1 over sine. So what is this? It's 1. Yes. Okay, this is sine squared, but cosecant squared is 1 over sine squared. So those cancel out, and you get 1. Well, they both have to be squared for them both to cancel. Okay. So, okay, hey, you guys, I'm serious. There's way too many conversations going on. Like, I can't even focus on what I'm trying to do. So, everybody's quiet unless I'm talking to you. Don't talk to your partner until I say yes. All right. So, Marvin, tell me what you don't get. So, this was sine squared. And this is 1 over sine squared. Because they're both squared. They both have to cancel out. All right. Cosine over secant. Okay. Cosine over secant. So, I'm going to have cosine of x. And what is the secant in terms of sine or cosine? So, it's 1 over cosine. So, then what happens? You flip it, and they're cosine squared. Yes. Okay, you guys. Okay, this is like the 4th grade math part. So cosine of x over 1 over cosine of x. So when you flip it, you have cosine of x times cosine of x. I know. Okay. Number 8. When you multiply, you get 1 minus sine squared of x, which equals cosine squared of x. Okay, the sign is, it is. 1 times 1 is 1. The middle terms cancel out. Sine times sine is sine squared. Tangent squared minus secant squared. -1. So first of all, before you start switching them, check your identities because it starts squared. So tangent squared minus secant squared is a -1. Every day. And Sunday. Okay. Angie, it's it's this. 1 plus tangent squared is secant squared. So tangent squared, if I move the secant squared this way, I have to move the 1 the other way. No, because it's for me. Well, you should have taken better notes. So 1 minus sine squared. Oh, wait, 1 minus cosine squared, sorry. This is sine squared. So I have sine of x over sine squared of x. So it's 1 over sine, which is cosecant. 1 over sine is cosecant.
I always mess up on the dividing, but I forget you have to do it in parts.
Is it squared x or just x?
Just x. Okay, so number 11. Okay, so right away, you guys, this doesn't look like anything on your paper, right? So I know that this doesn't look, push. So this doesn't look like anything on your paper. So right away, I know I need to make this look like something squared. So if this starts as a third, what are we going to do? We're going to factor out a sign. So if I factor out a sign, so I get sine squared plus cosine squared, and that's 1. So I just have sine of x. So 1 minus secant squared, 1 plus secant. 1 minus secant squared of x. Negative tangent. It is.
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
So number 13. Cosine squared plus sine squared. 1. So I have 1 over cosecant. It's sine. So 1 minus cosine squared. And secant squared is what? 1 over cosine squared. So I have sine squared over cosine squared, and that equals tangent squared. Because secant is 1 over cosine squared.
Oh, I thought like it didn't equal 1 because like secant is just 1 over. You know what I mean?
So on number 15, what happens when you multiply tangent and cotangent? It's 1, so you get cosine. 1 plus tangent or cotangent squared is cosecant squared divided minus cosecant squared gives you negative 1. What is secant times cosine? So you get tangent.